there's that scary mug again. Oh my goodness. We are finally back at the house for part 4. I'm so glad you're all able to come along and join me. I'm gonna flip my camera around so we don't have to look at all that scariness. But here we are, back again. The fumes are insane in here right now. So my throat is like starting to lose my voice and my throat's hurting. I've been in here for like an hour looking around at different things and want to shoot a video before we took off. But I know the echo is real, and so I apologize. But nevertheless, this is a huge update video. So much has been done. But the last time I was here, we were looking at insulation on the walls. And before that, the same thing as part 3, except there was just basically a lot of wiring and pipes. And you guys don't care about that. So here, they finally got the drywall. All the insulating has been done. There's a little snafu as far as the insulating went. They first insulated the entire house with standard insulation. We paid for the dense pack upgrade. So they had to tear everything out and come back and do it all over, which made a couple of not happy campers. But the drywallers got in, they got painted. Yeah, basically upstairs is done being painted and we're waiting on trim. So you can see that this wall is that gray that we showed you in part 3. And then you've got kind of a green accent here. Once all the nice light color trim work is done, it's gonna really look good. And then of course the flooring will have a darker color, it's called plank flooring. That's gonna be down in here and then the hallway. And I don't know about there, but then of course we'll have carpet here. It's kind of like a brown carpet, nice carpet. So once that's all done, as far as the walls go, I'm not sure exactly what that box right there is. I'm thinking possibly doorbell. I don't really know for sure, but I think that's supposed to go down there. I don't know, maybe we're gonna have an exit sign. No, I think that it might, I don't know, might be part of the HVAC. Not actually looked. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be what it is. A fly came out of there. Bees are starting to come in. It's going to get really cold tonight here. But we've got a chandelier light going up there. We've got on the ceiling over here in the kitchen, we've got a bunch of pod lights. How many of them do we have here? Should be, yeah, 4 pods there. And then the little guys there, that's where the lights that hang down over the island are going to be. Real fancy. It'll look nice. And then, of course, cabinetry comes in tomorrow. I mean, we're about 2 to 2.5, 3 weeks away from the house being done. So, you know, and then we've got chandelier there and ceiling fan in the living room up there. And I think there's a light on there too. So, had my Cat 6 run. That's Cat 6 over in the corner. Yeah, so we're gonna have her all wired up. They got all that stuff done real nice for us here. Walking down our hallway, you can finally see these nice solid doors, not hollow, solid wood. Love that. The last house we had in Tennessee, you had to be careful because the doors were practically, I call them cardboard, but they weren't real wood like this. This is a solid door and just good looking stuff. They still have to put the trim on, but since we're over here looking at this, here is the pantry. A lot of food, and then they're giving us attic space up there. So that's just one of them. That's, I guess, to get to that part easier. But there's an attic entry in the garage as well. We've got linen closet over here. Linen closet, nothing too special. Bathroom is in. I don't know if the tub was here last time. I can't remember, but that was the wrong tub. It's supposed to have more of a shower style, and they dropped that in. And after they did that, we kind of changed our mind anyway because of the kids, and they flooded our bathroom floor before, and we're just gonna go with that for now. It's not very fancy, but you know what? It's a daggone tub. And love those showers. So anyway, got that toilet and stuff. It's not here. Cabinetry again comes tomorrow. A lot of stuff actually going on tomorrow. So next time we come back, there'll be a lot of stuff done. Part of that bathroom is coming through that door, master bedroom, in the hallway, closet, camera focus, There we go. Step ceiling, or whatever you want to call that, just higher ceiling. I'm so glad we got that done. It is definitely nice to have that higher, especially when the ceiling fan gets hanging in there. And yeah, so master bedroom is in. It's really hard to try to capture this. I hate to stare at the floor all the time, but looking at the floor, you kind of get more of a sense of the size of the room versus when you're staring at a wall. So I can't zoom out anymore. So there's the closet. Doors are going to be same kind of solid doors are going to be going on closet. So it'll be nice doors. Going into a bedroom here. Walking in. This is the smallest room of the house. And the only room that actually has 8-foot ceiling. Which still, you know, does not feel too bad. Oh, and there's the siding. There's your first peek at the siding. Not too bad. So they're going to be coming in doing concrete out here tomorrow. They're going to dig a pipe. I'll show with my finger. I'm having a pipe run from here all the way under here to the side of the house. And that's where it's going to be underneath the concrete. So if they ever need to put new internet wire in or do anything with my data, they don't ever have to tear up concrete or put the wires in the exterior. We can go right over to where the concrete's going to end, about right in there. Pipe will be underneath the ground buried, and all the data cables can run underneath that into that nice conduit. So that's going to be getting dug in tomorrow. Sidewalk back there, all that good stuff. But there's that room and a closet, walk-in closet. We showed this in the first video, but again, with actually drywall being on the walls, it's a lot easier to see how it all is done, or how it looks when it's done, rather. So we'll go ahead and walk downstairs. There's our foyer area, I guess you could call it. A lot of people are asking, is it a split level or bi-level? That's the design, I guess. But we got nice wide stairs in here. And we'll walk down here. Garage. Lots of stuff in the garage. And this is where like a mega amount of fumes is. I am totally getting high right now, just standing here. All that woodwork, that's all of our trim and all the stuff that goes downstairs. Just a lot of nice looking. There's just all kinds of stuff in here right now. But yeah, garage is in. They still got to drywall this. They've got the ceiling done. Ceiling is done. The walls have got to be done. And I don't think they're going to paint. I think what we see right here is what we're going to get. And I'm totally fine with that, because with these screws in the wall, I can see right where good studs are, and they'll make it really easy to put shelves up. So I don't care about paint. I thought about coming out here and painting it myself, but it's just going to make it harder to hang stuff. So as long as it's drywalled, that's all I care. But yeah, so that's coming along pretty nice. And then we've got a coat closet. And about an hour ago, they just came out and put in our front step. That's very wet. I don't want to step on that. Going down the stairs. Here is the one part. This is why we went with 9-foot ceiling, because this part is 8 foot because of the ductwork. So there's plenty of room for me to clear my head still. But you know, if we would have went 8-foot ceiling, then that stuff would have been down another foot, and this part would have been really been, you know, right here, and that would have been not so nice for me when I walk through. So I'm very, very, very glad that we went with 9-foot ceiling. And I'll back up here so we can take a better look at what I'm talking about. All the ductwork coming out of the mechanical room. So at 8 feet, feels just fine coming down the stairs, and then it really opens up. So down here, it's really echoey because of the cement floor, and the walls are all white. They've not been painted, just the first coat, and they're gonna all get color. They're gonna be that green color that we saw upstairs. The whole downstairs will be done in that. We're just getting 2 colors because of the cost for right now, and with children, we'll inevitably end up painting again here soon. That's what we got going on, the nice family room right here. Just lovely. And this guy here, we actually put this in. This level was just sitting outside. It's a nice level. Just leaving tools. But yeah, family room. Got my data down here. Every room has a Cat 6 run to it. one day I'll have a big screen TV probably or something up here, and this is just going to be a playroom for now. Later on, we're going to turn this into a, more of a family room with a big screen TV, probably do a couch when the boys get older and they like to chill and watch football, and maybe play on a console. I don't know. That's why I had a Cat 6 run. And then we're going to definitely be putting some workout equipment in here, some couple pieces, probably get 2 or 3 in here. And that way we got a little bit of a home gym. Definitely got to stay in shape, which I'm not in right now. It's important to note. And we got an open window. I guess they're waiting for everything to dry. I'll shut that. So anyways, yeah, the ceiling again in here, ductwork coming through to, I guess, the family room out there. But with the 9-foot ceiling, makes it real nice and open in here. And a closet. So we're going to use this as a bedroom / office and kind of a little bit of everything right now, but more than anything it'll probably be a bedroom when the boys are getting older, and when we I don't know, this right now we call this the office. So it's a nice size room though, nice and big, and of course Cat 6 had that run over there. So every room is wired, hardwire. Under the stair / Aiden's naughty room when he's bad. At least it's finished though. It's got a nice finished room in here. We're going to tie him up in there. He'll even have a little light switch right there, and a light back there. But nice storage though. All the Christmas deco. Not fun. And right here, I should have had an outlet put, folks. But probably fine that we didn't. I was going to put a stand right there with our coffee maker on it. Probably would have gotten knocked over. And there's actually power right there, so I don't know. We were just talking. We'll probably end up putting a little table right there and having a coffee maker. So go from the studio to get the coffee. The wife's got coffee everywhere. But we'll go in this room first. I always save the best for last. Studio's last. So mechanical room. Look at all the Cat 6 data cable and coax cable for, every room's going to have a cable jack in it, right? So I went ahead and had an equal amount of Cat 6 put in. So I have noticed they didn't put the box. There's a much better quality air filter system that's going on here. It's an upgrade. It's a big guy. It takes the really big filters I talked about. That's supposed to be going on here. Of course, I understand why it's not here, because there's a lot that needs to be done. But we do have, again, all the walls inside and out of the studio insulated, so I'm not getting any noise in that room. And that's why this is insulated here. There's a piece that fell down, and we're going to have that put back up. But yeah, this is just crazy. And so water heater is going to sit, I think, right there. And we've got a drain right there. So over there is going to be shelves and the fuse box, and then the data box is going to be over there. And then I'll have a place to, set up server rack if I ever wanted to do something like that, or, might want to bring the camera system in. Everything will be central hub right here. Everything is run to this room. So makes it a lot easier. Here is all the Cat 6 cable and all the good stuff running in here. So that's basically where all the drain tiles around the house, everything runs into here. There's a sub pump, and if water ever did get wanting to come into the basement, it would end up going through those pipes into that. There's it's dug down. There's a bucket in there, and it would get pumped out and be sent out to the city sewer. So that's how that works. And just a bunch of stuff going on there. We'll have sink. Now you can see the sink, tub sink, and the washing machine, dryer, and the spotted cow refrigerator for the win in the corner. Not a far walk to get to the studio. So on those red eyes, you'll see me leaving the studio. I'll be having to come over here to grab my spotted cows and head back. So anyway, that's how this is basically all that we got going on in here. All the duct work and good stuff. I guess it'd be 2 lights. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, a light there and a light over there. That is the mechanical room. Lots of neat stuff. And this room will be basically this wall is done. The dense pack, this is kind of how I can show you too. The dense packing, it's got plastic on it, but it is just heaving with insulation. And what they do is they cover that mesh, and then they bust a hole, they shove the pipe and they fill it. And then there's another hole up at the top. I don't see that one, but maybe they just, I don't think they just don't staple the top, and then they shoot all the dense packing in and until it packs it down, and then they staple it all up. But it is such a huge difference from having this style insulation, which you always end up with these gaps like right up on the edges, you know, and then they go over. This is just standard insulation of what you'd have in your house versus dense pack. This is 6 inches of, you know, big difference. And then, like I said, they staple every ½ inch. And then when they go over the mesh with plastic, that's the plastic that they do in any house. So I guess they're not plasticking this because of moisture, but I do want them to plastic what's on the interior because there's no moisture in these walls, and I don't want that stuff falling off the wall. So that again would never have been done in the first place had that not been requested by me, to have the interior walls of the studio room insulated as well as the exterior. So going back here, we've got the linen closet and the other bathroom. It's hard to see, but we've got another tub, same thing, same layout, toilet, counter and sink, but at least we've got a big linen closet where we're going to keep our towels and our trinkets that we're going to collect, as I said in part 3. So coming into here, ta-da! This is like a repeat of the last video. Oh, look at the goodness. The studio. Our favorite place in the whole world. Well, actually it's not the kitchen, but we've got one air out. That's going to be blowing air out. And we've got another one right up there. That's to get air into the room. And then they've got the return over here. I would have liked to have a return up high, but I'm not going to get into the whole spiel about that. But they said that not only could that, it could be done later, because as you see, the furnace is sitting right on the other side of the wall. It could be done later, but the guy said, because he knew very well what I was going to do, he said, I don't think you're going to need it. Especially with the fact of putting a ceiling fan in the middle of the room, circulating that air, having, you know, one, normally they would only do one. This would have been the only one they'd normally put in this room to blow both cold and hot air out, depending on the season. But what they did extra is put this big guy up here, and they said this is going to be nice and quiet, and I'll actually be sitting, not under it, but just right over here. So he said there's a lot of things that can be done if need be, but they've already done, you know, twice of what they normally would. And this room being bigger, higher ceiling, it's going to have a nice fan in it. It's insulated well. Should not have a problem. So again, this room is still going to get painted. It's got its first coat of white on it. And yeah, there's my window. You can see how thick those walls are. And you can see what they did here is they dense packed the walls like they would. And then normally they would have left the rest of this gap open, or they would have had the ledge like the other room. But I requested to have the whole 1 foot, you know, part insulated. Now the reason they used this and they didn't dense pack that is because they already had all this insulation from when the house was insulated with this stuff the first time, until I came out here and caught that mistake. They tore all the insulation off, and they had a huge pile in the middle of the floor in this room. And I said, if you want, if it'll save me money and save you some time on the mix up, throw that stuff up on the wall so it doesn't go to waste, because at the end of the day, this is still a 1 foot thick wall going to the exterior. So what you see from that window out is dense packed and regular insulation all the way. So very thick walls in this room, so we don't have to deal with too much outside noise, but I'm not really concerned. We don't live in a noisy neighborhood. So anyway, that's the studio, that's the house. And I did forget to point out too that studio lighting on a track will be up here, and then it'll run both ways. And there'll be 4 pods shining down on the wall for a nice light coming. There'll be a light on the fan here as well, which I probably won't use. We'll have studio light there, studio light there. So if I ever do chroma key, I could paint the wall, and I've already got nice lights to illuminate that for me. So it's not super professional, but it's very professional for what most people are sitting in, and definitely gonna help our needs. And then I forgot to also mention that box right there, some surprises that small, it's gonna have a whole lot going on with it as far as the data. There will be 2 Cat 6 on here, as well as 2 coax all on here. Like I said, I'm surprised it's not a lot bigger, but there'll be 2 Cat 6 and 2 of the coax cable wires. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna run 2 services in here, one for one computer, one for the other, and then I will be able to, have one hooked up to one modem, one to the other. And then if I ever wanted to have the rest of the house on, which I will, on the one connection, it'll go out using 1 Cat 6. And if I ever wanted to have the other one going out, I'd have a spare Cat 6 in here that right now won't be getting used because the one internet, the business internet, will be only on my PC. So it's going to definitely step up our game, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So that little box right there, let's see if we can move the insulation. Here's the wires right there. All the data, all those live streams going through that right there. There we go. There's your 4 wires. So all that data and all those streams and videos are going to be shooting through those cables. So I'm really looking forward to it. But that's all going to be happening in the next 2 weeks. This house will be finished. No more than 3. Should be about 2.5. So it's getting close. All right, well, that'll be it for this video. This is the backdrop for all of our future live streams. So it's always a fitting place to end it. In just a few short weeks, we're going to be doing our first live stream from right here, and I cannot wait. So I want to give you all a huge thank you for watching these videos, all of our videos, and tuning in to our live streams on Twitch. Don't forget to check us out over there. Don't forget too for updates on what's going on during our move and just everything with Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. Hit that like button, comment and rate on this video, and until next time, we'll see you then. Take care.